Hi everybody, and welcome to another Kids Craft. Today we're going to be making snowflakes in several different ways using several different materials. To start, we are going to use puzzle pieces. For a very basic snowflake, we are going to use 6 pieces. Now make sure this is a puzzle that you've lost the pieces to, or don't want anymore, something you're not going to use again. I went ahead and I painted mine white, just to save a little bit of time. Now what you're going to do, you can make these as simple or as elaborate as you like. I'm going to do a very simple one. So it's very easy. Just glue them all together in the center so that all 6 pieces overlap just a bit. And when you are done, you will have a very basic snowflake. There's several things you can do with your snowflake once you have it assembled. You can get some more pieces and extend your arms to make it bigger. You can attach string or yarn to the back so you can hang it up. The rest is up to you. Right, our next snowflake is going to be made out of popsicle sticks. There are several ways you can do this. If you want just a very basic snowflake, remember that snowflakes have 6 sides. So you're just going to need 3 to make an X shape, a little bit bigger at the top and bottom, and 1 more right in the middle. Glue those together and you have a very basic snowflake. Okay, so you want to make something a little bit bigger than the very basic snowflake. Double your number of sticks to 6. Remember the shape that you made with 3 sticks. You're going to make pretty much the same shape, only bigger. You're going to take all of your sticks and instead of crossing them like so, you're going to glue them all together at a point. Okay, so now you have a bigger snowflake, but we can make this even more fancy. So double your sticks one more time. So you have 12 sticks total. Make your base shape like this, and then glue down sticks crossing like so all the way around. And there we go. Now I do recommend that you lay out your sticks beforehand. I didn't, you can tell that's a little off. Okay, and when you're done, you can attach a string or yarn so you can hang it up. Right, for our next snowflake, we are going to use some pipe cleaners and beads. Now the pipe cleaners, mine I did cut down in half, but I only need 3, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm using some blue sparkly ones, but you can use white or any other kind of wintry color, or not if you so choose. So we're going to make our arms. Again, remember snowflakes have 6 arms. So we're going to take 1, 2, and wrap it around the other like so. You're going to take your third one and do the same. Just wrap it around the middle. You may play with your arms just a bit. Make sure you get the shape you like. There you go. Actually, I'm going to give this one more wrap around, I think. There we go. Okay. And then, starting with one arm, start threading beads on like so. You can do a pattern, you can do random colors. That's up to you. I have some white, some cream, some clear, some silver. I'm just going to put mine on, just as the mood takes me. But remember that snowflakes do have identical sides, so a pattern would work really well for this. When you get to the end of an arm, just curl the tip around very carefully and just tuck it into the last bead. Kind of fold up it so it doesn't fall off. then repeat for the rest of the arms. Okay, fold my last one in. Stick right in there. And there you go. Straighten out your arms, and there you are. Again, you can tie string or yarn around there. You may be able to get around one of your hoops on the ends of your arms there too. There you go. Okay, to wrap up, we're going to be making two different types of paper snowflakes. Now first we're going to do the very basic fold and cut, so make sure you have scissors and a square sheet of paper. Now to do this, you are going to fold your square in half so that you have a triangle. Then you're going to take this triangle and fold it in half again to make a smaller triangle, like so. Once you have this, you are going to fold this into thirds, so have the short ends pointing towards you. You're going to fold kind of in the middle, but you're going to want to fold this more up, like so. Okay. And then the next one, I'm going to fold pretty much right along with that, with this line right here. So you kind of have this cone shape. It's a little off. I'm going to adjust that just a bit. There we go. Okay. So now you're going to have these ears here. Take your scissors and cut those off. There you go. So you have just this cone shape. Now you just cut out your design. You can cut these out however you like, and just remember, the thinner your paper is, the easier this is going to be. I'm going to cut a little bit out of the middle. Oop. And remember, when you cut these, that you're only going to have half of your design here. So when you unfold it, it's going to look a little different. Inches. You can find patterns online if you'd like to do that, or you can just freehand it like I'm doing. You can draw a design beforehand. This is up to you. I'm just going to do a very simple one like this. When you are done, unfold it. You will have a snowflake. Our next paper snowflake is a little bit more elaborate. There's more pieces to it, so it does take some time to put together, but the end result is gorgeous. You're going to need 6 squares of equal size. These are 3 by 3. You can do them bigger or smaller. That'll just depend on what size your snowflake will end up being. Each square is going to be one of the arms. So to start, we're going to do like we did with our previous snowflake. Fold in half once and twice, like so. Okay. You're going to have your short ends. The side that is not folded, make 3 cuts. It's easiest to start in the middle. You're going to want them about the same distance apart. And go long to short, just 3 cuts. Right. Like this. When you open it up, carefully don't rip it, you should have this pattern. Next we're going to glue these. So you're going to take the middlemost flaps and wrap them around. I'm going to use a pen to help me start this. You're going to take the tips of these folds and glue them together. You're going to use hot glue. You can use regular glue. I'm just going to use hot glue because it's a little quicker for demonstration purposes. Be very careful if you do use hot glue. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Be very careful because the glue is hot. Okay, and hold it in place until it dries. And then, of course, remove the pen. When you're done with that, flip it over and do the same thing to the next set of flaps, just behind that first curl, like so. Dot of glue. Put the points together and let them dry. Okay. Once that is dry, flip it over again and repeat with the next two flaps. And I'm sure you can guess what we are going to do next once this dries. We are going to flip it over, glue the points. Once that is complete, you have the first arm of your snowflake. Set that aside, get another square, and repeat. One thing to remember when you are cutting your triangles is to make sure you look for the short sides and do your cuts on the short side, like so. When you open up your piece, you want to see these diamond-like shapes. If you do it on the long end, you'll get lines like this, which kind of work. They're not really going to work as well. They're going to be a little bit longer and it makes it a little bit more difficult. So make sure you're getting these kind of diamond shapes. Alright, and there we go. You should have 6 of these little pieces here. Next we are going to assemble them. What you're going to want to do is glue the edges together first and then glue where they meet. You may want to watch your pattern so you can see, oops, like this. I would want to turn around so that the empty spot in the middle is facing the same direction. So glue in the middle first and then the arms where they touch. You can't do the arms and try to wrap it around, but that might warp your snowflake a bit, so I recommend starting at the bottom. Alright, and there you go. As you can see, mine does still have a little bit of a curve to it, but that's okay. It gives a little bit more of a three-dimensional look. I do recommend that before you glue the next piece on, make sure you do hold and make sure that your glue dries completely before you move on to the next part, or things might start sliding around and you'll lose your shape. This is also neat to do with scrapbook paper or any paper that has 2 colors on different sides, because this will show through, but I just did mine with just plain white construction paper. Alright, thank you very much for joining us for this month's Kids Craft. We hope you try some of these and enjoy them and make your own snowstorm at home.